it is it is a problem that has been problem that Hollywood has had for several years, mainly with their movies, is they continue to recycle, use unoriginal, inside the box ideas. And one of the ones one of the ones I am talking about today is one of those obvious, uncreative, unoriginal, recycled ideas where usually when they use Arab characters, they usually portray them negatively, with the worst being obviously they're a undeniable villain. They're a undeniable villain or a black hat or a bad guy. It's just that they're undeniably that, and it's so negative, including for Hollywood TV shows, that a man wrote a book about it. I think it's called Real Bad Arabs, where he talks about this specific problem. And so I'm not really, and I wouldn't doubt that you can get this on Amazon. You can get this at Barnes and Noble, the website, and any other website that sells books. And I would imagine most likely I would imagine most likely in most in multiple Barnes and Noble bookstores. So obviously the solution, and of those three, I think I read about, usually if they're either bombers, and if they're not bombers, they're belly dancers, and if they're not belly dancers, then they're billionaires. Now, yes, it's just because a character is rich, a millionaire or a billionaire, doesn't mean you can just be a jerk ass or an asshole. I don't doubt all you can have. If I looked it up, I could possibly find some rich fictional characters that it's neutral. You can have a rich fictional character, whether it be a millionaire, billionaire, be a kind guy, a nice guy, a stand-up guy, a combination of the two, or a likable character, even a likable character in some way. Just because he's a billionaire or a millionaire doesn't mean you can't. Just because a character is a billionaire doesn't mean he can only be an asshole or jerk ass. But I don't doubt with when they have Arabs as billionaires, they typically write them as the common one of being a billionaire that is the classic of it's a rich person, and they're a jerk ass, a deadbeat, which is an undeniable, unlikable character. Now, obviously, and I don't doubt Hollywood will continue to use that as long as they continue to make money. If something's not broken, then don't fix it. And I don't doubt at all Hollywood will continue to use that as long as it makes money domestically. So that is, and I hate that Arab characters mainly in Hollywood movies continue to usually get portrayed negatively, which is the exact reason of why I am writing a movie that I want to get made. And I'm writing a movie for Hollywood, a action Hollywood movie that has a Arab hero, that is an Arab man that is a Arab hero. Now, I'm not going to give large amount of details because it's not copyrighted, and I don't want it stolen. But I can tell you that's the primary reason of why I'm writing that movie, because I want it to be made into a Hollywood movie I want to have a Hollywood movie made that has an Arab hero, and it's very highly possible that this could be an amazing movie that changes the climate, or inspires Hollywood, that they can actually make at a high percentage original. Hollywood can make movies that have Arab heroes, and they jump on the bandwagon, and they start making at a high amount or a high percentage yearly of movies with Arab heroes. That is my primary intention. Also, I want to make an amazing action movie that would be a hardcore rated R action movie that Hollywood was known for in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, I guess even though I completely hate that this is what continues to happen in Hollywood, I guess that is the upside that Hollywood has constantly and continues to make continues to make movies usually with Arabs portrayed negatively because they didn't. It's highly possible that I would have gotten this idea for this. I never would have had me thinking about this idea of this action movie with this Arab hero, this hardcore action movie, a hardcore rated R. It's highly possible that if that wasn't happening in Hollywood, that I wouldn't have thought of this hardcore rated R action movie with an Arab hero. So I guess thank you Hollywood for creating this. Thank you Hollywood for creating this problem, because as a result, I did think of creating a hardcore action movie that has an Arab hero, because I don't imagine I would be doing that if there wasn't a problem of if there wasn't the problem of usually portraying Arabs negatively usually in Hollywood movies.